Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. City Center's famed Encores kicks off their 2016 season with the beautiful musical Cabin in the Sky. Under the direction of Tony Award winner Ruben Santiago Hudson, it will run from February 10th through the 14th. And we drop by the rehearsal room to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company, led by LaChanze, Norm Lewis, Chuck Cooper, Carly Hughes, and Michael Potts. Enjoy.
There's a little cabin in the sky, baby, for me and for you. I feel that it's true somehow. Can't you see that cabin in the sky, mister?
Cabin in the Sky.
Yes.
What's it been like so far?
Oh my God, I was shot out of a cannon. You know how it is when we do these encores. We're just like, you get the call and you're like, yes, I would love to do an encores. And you get here and you're like, wait a minute, we open next week? So it's like being shot out of a cannon, but it's so much fun. It's an amazing cast. A director, Ruben Santiago Hudson, I've always wanted to work with him. So this is a perfect opportunity to get to work with him. Even though it's quick, I'm excited to be in the room with him. He's so creatively brilliant. He's smart and sensitive and gets the culture so specifically, and I love that, and I'm excited to be working with him.
And then the cast, it's so many of your friends.
I know, so many of my friends. Actually, they have a hard time wrangling us after break because we're having so much fun, but it's really a great group.
There may be an anchor way up high, baby, but I ain't got wings and I want the things I know. Cabin life may be sweet, but it sounds so incomplete. I prefer my easy street right now.
Welcome back to the Encores room.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
Well, I got to get it back in my bones again. It's been a while. The last one was 2003. So yeah, I'm getting those muscles again.
Which was Golden Boy with your friend Norm Lewis, right?
Yeah, exactly, with Norm Lewis and then what's that? Alfonso Ribeiro, I think, was playing that part too. Was playing the role of Joe. Believe it or not. So yeah, it was a great group.
What do you love about working at Encores?
That they discover these great gems, these things that people wouldn't know about and probably wouldn't hear, and a reminder that some of these great songs that we hear all the time as part of the American Songbook actually originated in musicals, in Broadway musicals, and I think that's cool. So they get to see them in context, in the context of story.
What have I got that the others learn that always seems to please? Ain't my perfume nor my fancy bird, but when I charm, the men all swarm, just like they would be.
The cast. And the cast is the bonus because I've known, most of them forever. I've known Norm since I was like 19. Michael Potts and I did Book of Mormon together. But then I also have never worked with LaChanze. I've never worked with Chuck Cooper. But to have us all together and it feels like family immediately is a special thing. And then the voices, come on. It's like angels raining down from heaven every day.
And then tell me who you play in working on the show.
I play Georgia Brown, Sweet Georgia Brown, if you will. It was played by Lena Horne in the movie. It's I think you can rent it on Amazon if you so choose. But I liken this show to a Damn Yankees without the baseball. So Lena, the Georgia Brown character, is like Lola. Chuck Cooper's character is the devil, Norm Lewis's character is the angel, and Michael Potts is trying to figure out what to do with his life, with it being orchestrated by these two. So it's very, very smart.
There's money in the savings bank. I personally guarantee if there's honey in the honeycomb bee, there's love in me.
Vernon Vernon Duke, John Latouche, and the just that lush music, which I had no idea. And then there's some surprises in there, which I'm like, oh, I had no idea this song was in this, from this show. So it's going to be a great run, short run, great run. But really, you got to come and see it. I hope that everybody comes out to see this show.
And the cast, so many of your friends.
Yeah, that hack Chuck Cooper. Yeah, he's kind of talented. Yeah, and LaChanze, she's pretty good too. No, I'm so honored to be in this cast. And there's some new voices that I don't even know. Some new people. I'm showing my age now, but these young, beautiful people with these beautiful voices, these great dancers, and just I'm feeling so blessed right now. Just so happy.
Oh my God, Mr. Ruben Santiago Hudson. I lose track of how many shows I've done with him now. This is it's 4 or 5, something like that. But always, when Ruben calls, I just go, okay, so what are we doing? Where are we going?
Do you guys have a shorthand? Because rehearsals here are so fast at Encores.
Yeah. This is truly slam bam, thank you, ma'am. And so we're plugging away at it. And Ruben, because Ruben and I have such a great relationship, I guess we do have a shorthand of sorts. Yeah.
And working with this cast.
Oh my God, Norm Lewis, LaChanze, Harvy Blanks, on and on and on. Just a wonderful, wonderful group of not only extremely talented people, but amazing human beings. Just really good people.
Welcome to Encores, my friend.
Well, thank you. Thank you for talking to me about it, and I'm glad to be here.
Cabin in the Sky. Mm-hmm. What a beautiful thing to start with here.
Cabin in the Sky is not only a historic musical, but it deals with all these controversies. And so I had a great task, a wonderful task, a difficult task of making it palatable to today's audiences in a wonderful way, but yet still keep the folklore, still keep the fable, and yet still have dignity. And so once I started reading a lot about Ethel Waters, Rex Ingram, Dooley Wilson, Katherine Dunham, then I knew what my duty was. I knew what they fought for, and I knew what George Balanchine helped them with and also agreed and was a willing partner to see. Now, what happened in MGM and Hollywood, that was a different thing. But I was really, it was really important to me to delve into what happened at the theater. So I just started digging out research, interviews, anything anybody that could recollect anything that Ethel had said about it. It was quite amazing, and hopefully I'll bring some of the essence of that to this production.
Oh man, Ruben is just a joy. He's a dream. He gives me so much freedom. He really believes in me, and I really think in terms of collaborating with directors, that's the gift of their ability to give you exactly room to play. So he's done that for me.
I know nothing is easy, but you seem so free to make this score dance.
Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, I'm excited to do it, and I love social dance. I love the fact that this show is honoring history, honoring the history of social dance, African tradition, African American tradition, and me as a choreographer, how can I infuse my creative identity within that? So that's exciting for those things to merge together.
The sad truth is, the way we come up with seasons now is we look at everything we've already done and to find out what's left. But there are great treasures left, and this is one of the great undiscovered treasures, Cabin in the Sky, because the movie version of it, which some people have seen, is not at all an accurate representation of what the show was. And so the opportunity to unearth something this beautiful, Vernon Duke's score is sort of spectacular, and 90% of it completely unknown. There's authentic gospel music in it that was in the original production. There are these great roles for wonderful actors, and I think it's a fascinating thing to look at how an African American community was depicted in 1940, 5 years after Porgy and Bess, 6 years after Porgy and Bess, and a decade or so before, almost 2 decades before A Raisin in the Sun. We're in the middle someplace. Going to visit that place is a fascinating thing to do, I think.
I've been able to go in and fill in the blanks where vocal arrangements were missing, figuring out the routines of the songs and to make it match the script. We had an original script. And most significantly, we hired Jonathan Tunick, the great Jonathan Tunick, to orchestrate the show.